Hello, everybody. You're watching the Mike Nelson Show. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe right now. We have over 1,000 subscribers. It's been pretty crazy how much we've grown since the beginning when I had like five, 10 subscribers, but now there's over 1,000 of you around the world who have decided to subscribe, and I really appreciate that. So if you like rock and metal, or if you just want to support me as well, I got interviews of all types. Just make sure to hit the sub button. Today I got a pretty cool guest. I got a guest from Italy. I got Max Colliva of the band Romeo. How you doing today, Max?
Doing good. You? How you doing?
I'm, I'm doing pretty good out here in California. How's it out there in Italy, Max? You guys are, of
It's
course,
pre-
how's the weather like
it's
right now?
it's pretty cold.
Pretty cold, huh?
It's
Okay.
yeah. It's 3 degrees Celsius, so it must be your
Wow. It's like probably like 38, 40, right, in Fahrenheit.
yeah,
Yeah.
mid
Wow.
40s of yours. Yeah, Fahrenheit.
Yeah. That's crazy. So Max, talk to me a little bit about your career. When did you kind of start playing music, Max? What inspired you to play music? I kind of like to ask my guests is, where did your journey kind of start with music?
Yeah, well, I started playing guitar thanks to my best friends at the time of middle school, and I uh, I used to even skip some lessons to play and go with my music teacher at the middle school that he was into jazz and rock music, and I prefer to do that and play with you know the instruments instead of doing math sometimes, which
Music was more fun,
explains
right?
why that yeah explain why I'm kind of bad in math,
Okay.
but I work with it. uh, and then at the time of 18 I had my first band that was the first band. We sang in Italian. Well, actually just played guitar, and then I knew I started knowing people in Modena, which is my hometown. I don't live there anymore. I met this guy named Lester, which he had some really cool contacts from Great Britain and the States, and he knew this guy called Ricky Rat from the Trash Brats. I don't know if you know them.
No,
They're
never
from
heard of him.
Detroit. They're
Okay.
like the newer dolls of Detroit, but from the late 80s and early 90s. Really cool
Okay.
band. Um, then then I went to tour with him in France and Switzerland when I was 19, and then from then I went to the States. I actually was there for a while and met some trouble. And then when I got back, I started a band called The Innocent, uh, which I from them from that band, Zano, Andrea is the other guitar player that came in as a substitute of the first guitar player, and we started the band called Romeo uh, late December of the last year. So we're pretty fresh.
Yeah, less than a year, huh? Less than
Oh
a year
yeah,
of the project.
yeah. Time flies.
Time flies. It's only been
yeah,
December of 24. It's only been 4 months,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So talk to me like that project like Romeo, is that kind of like your most serious project you've had to date, you think?
Well, the most serious I had so far, and it's still going, it's the Loyal Cheaters, which I where I just play guitar and backing vocals. I just sing a song and a Kiss song live
Oh
with
yeah.
Strutter.
Got the kiss. You know, I got the shirt and I got the Destroyer just
Yeah,
celebrated 50 years, right? Yeah.
well, I have a Creatures of the Night here standing,
Oh,
like
okay.
a really
Yeah.
big sheet
You know
on the
this kiss
wall.
shirt actually glows in the dark, so it's pretty crazy.
Oh,
Glows in the
that's
dark.
awesome.
Yeah, it
Then you
glows in the
will have
dark.
to turn off the lights and show
Yeah, I
me
gotta turn off all the
after the
lights.
show.
Yeah.
After the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, yeah, I'm a really big Ace Frehley fan.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
can see that. Yeah.
the plumber.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I had that. I mean, I still go with that band. We're gonna tour the UK in September, but I had to start this band after the we kind of broke up with the Innocent. Things were really serious anymore, and I needed to do something new and more me. I grew up so many years past. So Romeo were born, and we're more complete as a music genre. I mean, we have Tom Petty, Thin Lizzy, um, the Dictators. Yeah, I see the
Yeah,
interview with Ross the Boss.
and
Um,
Albert Bouchard too. Both. Albert Bouchard, the
oh, okay.
drummer. Yeah. So
I
two
haven't
members of the
seen.
Dictators. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I didn't see that one
yeah, yeah.
yet. So all this mixed together, like the Dam to the all that different influences, but with they all have that punk attitude all in between. And but you have some Americana. We start this, this band that you don't even know. You can't put it in a subgenre. I mean, it has so many things, and the important thing that we decide to maintain, because it's us, it's a big energy, like action, live action energy, and um, you know catchy songs, and really cool guitars harmonized. We always, we're psychopaths, you know uh, we try to have the coolest songs and to write and all of that. So the Romeos started as this big idea, psych idea.
And with this project, do you think it's like a collaborative thing then when you guys put together these songs, or how does it kind of work with the music that you guys are recording right now?
um, we started to write songs where we were in the innocent in the last period, and so we wrote most of the songs then, and then we called this guy Nico from this band from here. Actually, I'm in Savignano sul Rubicone. You know the
Okay,
Rubicon. I don't know if you
okay. No, no, I don't. Yeah.
Romance. Yeah,
Okay.
well, that's another story.
That's another story.
Yeah,
What's
from
the
the
what's the
books.
biggest city that you're nearest? What's the biggest city that you're nearest in Italy?
Bologna.
Oh, okay, Bologna. Yeah, because I know
Yeah.
my some of my football teams. I like, of course, the Serie A, but so Bologna. Of course, I know that Bologna. Yeah.
Oh, you follow
Yeah,
Italian
Serie A,
football?
of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. It's very popular European football in the United States. Very popular.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Maybe they're in California. I don't
yeah.
know.
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, we call this best player, which is a friend of mine since many years ago, and really cool looking dude. He looks like Ross Stewart a bit,
Okay,
but with black hair.
okay.
And he has a band called the Weird Dolls, and so we called him on bass, and we tried to find a drummer, which is really hard anywhere, I think, also in the States. And we found this guy called Luca from Ravenna, which is another kind of big city close to here, really historical city. And so we're here, and we just released a single with the video, and but we still have to record the whole album. It's not finished yet.
When are you guys gonna record that, or what's the what are you gonna do that?
um well, when the money
Okay. You
we
guys are
arrive
planning to
all the
record this
way
in a
in.
studio. You guys are gonna try to record this in a studio then? Not kind of do it from your home, from like a remote thing. You want to do it in a studio?
Yeah, yeah, we went in the studio. We recorded 5 songs, included a Tom Petty cover, which is gonna be our next thing to release. um and then we're gonna get back and record other 5 songs, but I think we're gonna get back there on around June.
Why did you guys choose the Tom Petty to cover?
Well, Tom Petty, it's one thing that we have in common. Me and Andrea, the guitar player, we're um, I don't know, we're psychopaths for Tom Petty. I don't know, we
Oh
love
yeah.
him because it's one artist from from the States that you you recognize it at the first note,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
or sung
Especially
or
his
play
the voice and everything, huh? You could recognize it right away.
the voice, but even I don't know anything in the mix from if you listen to the his records. even Mike Campbell guitar. It's something that's it's really hard to repeat, in music history. I think, like, even like early Kisses, and so Petty has that, whole things together. I mean, it's kind of magical listening to it, and it's something we have in common, and I Need to Know is something, some song that is really energetic from the early period of him. So we try to make it more, even more energetic in
So
this
that's kind
version.
of what Romeo, you guys are trying to shoot for, like high energy then. When you kind of your music, you want to make it high energy all the time.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah, and energy live, and we're still maintaining catchy songs and really cool melodies, and yeah, backing vocals, trying not to be the Beatles, but trying the best. um,
What about your live show? How did you guys kind of create that? Did you guys kind of create it by accident, or did you guys kind of say we're going to try to sound like this, or how did that whole come about? Because some bands kind of take that on differently.
you mean the study on sound?
Yeah, yeah,
W-
like the
well
sound, or just the stage presence, your look, everything. How did you guys kind of make that happen with Romeo?
well we kind of dream of the trend, getting back on the trend of the late 70s, like Tom Petty and the Breakers, Thin Lizzy, like sharp and casual for the look. I mean, we like that, and I like dressing sharp. Um, and the sound, I think it's an infinite research, for. I mean, for the guitar, for the amps, I'm a lover of Vox amps, Gibson Les Paul, Fender Telecaster. We use all of that. We both have Tele and Marshall and Vox amps, and that's our, um, that's the likable music sound ever, for the guitar tone. But we don't have that much of effects. We're kind of minimal. Everything is broken. The Many times we arrive at the other show and some cable is not
Oh,
working. We're not tidy.
okay. That's rock and roll, right? You don't have,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. Talk to me a little bit about the song you sent me though, Frankfurt Lights. Talk to me about that we're gonna play on the radio.
So Frankfurt Lights, I wrote that song. I It was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2023, when I went to tour in Germany with the Loyal Cheaters, and we stayed at our singer's place for 3 nights. I mean, it was 2 3 nights, and the mood that was there was really cloudy and skyscrapers. Like, it kind of looked like Chicago a bit,
Oh yeah, I love Chicago. Yes.
yeah, so cloudy and really skyscrapery,
Yeah.
and it was really full of the mood. Also, if you walk the downtown district, it was really tough, like drug related, and claw shards and junkies on the road. And I mean, I don't want to talk about badly about
Yeah.
Frankfurt, but it's one of, I think, I don't know if you ever seen Christian F,
No.
the Berlin Zoo. It's a movie about this rock and roll kids from Berlin, which is a real story. Bowie is also a cameo in
Okay.
the movie, and it kind of looks like that. It's really back in the 80s. So he has that problem, and it kind of all emerged the inspiration to write this song about a really important businessman that from Kokomo, from the USA, actually moved to Frankfurt to grow his business, but then he falls down, and from kicking the hat away from the guy on the street, and then he becomes one, and he goes bankrupt, and in the end is the one that is gonna be alone, and that's the context that Frankfurt Lights is about.
Now,
So
talk to me a little bit about the music scene out there, in Italy where you're playing right now, or what's the plan for Romeo in terms of like Europe and the scene right now for your kind of music?
yeah, well, our plan is to escape.
Okay.
Well, it's cool. Mostly, I moved here. Nico moved here from well, Nico's from central east of Italy. Is there's not that much, compared to here. I come from Modena, Ferrari,
Yeah.
and also the scene is that here's a little better, but with the years passing, and also with I have to say this after these years, but with COVID, even went a little down. So if you go to a show, it's really hard to find people, stiff of people like probably in LA or
Yeah.
Detroit. There is really full of. I mean, I think it's more normal to go to a rock show. Here's more like I don't know, the weird kid thing.
Yeah. It's not
Uh,
mainstream.
yeah, all the old dude listening to the records, and you got, oh, this is,
Yeah.
these kids are playing this music. Oh, they do that cover, they go, but mostly they're, the loners,
So
the
what kind
drunk
of
loner,
music in Italy is popular then in terms of like young people? What are they listening to?
the young people.
Yeah, like people
Uh,
around our age, what are they listening to?
trap,
Trap.
trap
Okay.
music. Do you have trap there? Is it popular?
Not really. No. It's not too popular in the United States. I know what it is, but it's not too
Good
popular
for
out
you.
here. We have more like hip hop and that kind of stuff, but not really trap.
Still more old school hip
Yeah.
hop.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, here it's all auto-tune and like extreme auto-tune
Okay.
music, talking about mostly, well, uh, fucking and shooting guns and having rich cars, and
Yeah.
that's
That's what it's about.
yeah, yeah.
So how hard is it as a musician? Like you play real music, Max. So how hard is it to kind of, get your music out there then in that adversity, in that scene that's going on right now in Europe and Italy?
Yeah, well, we still book shows, and but our plan is to go to Europe, Northern Europe, where it's, I've been all around there, and it's really more outgoing. It's more exciting. The scene in Germany, for example, the scene is really tough. It's tough in a good way.
Yeah.
And also France and Spain. Mostly Spain is really cool for music, mostly for punk music, garage music. England. I can't wait to go, for example, to England. It's really cool. London. I can't wait to play in London. But except London is full of cities like Bath, Manchester. All those places are really cool. So that's our plan, to escape and
Just escape.
tour,
Yeah.
tour and play everywhere.
Talk to me a little bit about the music video that you guys recorded for Frankfurt Lights. Talk to me about that. I've seen some of it on, I saw it on YouTube, and then you guys have promoted that on social media, correct?
Yeah, yeah. It came out on last Friday, on the
Okay.
14th. Um, yeah, we call this guy Mattia Zamagni. It's his name. He's a really cool video maker. I think he is growing the year pass, and it came out like a really as a movie looking video, and
It came out good. Yeah.
we're really glad. We're really excited still, and satisfied about it. Um, yeah, shot it. Actually, I don't know if I can say, but it's we wanted to go to Frankfurt actually, but we couldn't, so we had to try to find a place that looked like it.
Okay.
And that actually, I don't know if I can say it, but well, I say
Just say it.
it was in in Bologna. That's
Oh,
the
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
the skyscrapers, and then it was our friend is a DJ, a mod DJ. Is called Fabrizio Fabedelic from here, and the house, the living room, and then we shot at the a fake, uh, well, it's a station like like a U-Bahn, a German U-Bahn station here, which is like a uh, you know, how I say it, underground, underground passing walkway. Yeah. So yeah, that's the businessman falling down with the Ferrari, and then
Okay.
they take everything away from him.
Yeah.
But he has the something that I can say in
Okay.
the suitcase that he holds. And I've seen it until the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's that in there. We're gonna find out too.
Okay. Now, talk to me a little bit about social media in music, right? Talk to me a little bit about that, with this generation of music, how we have social media and all that. How is Romeo kind of taking that on right now?
Well, social media is fundamental right now. Well, it's been years that it has been fundamental, and I'm an antagonist of social media because I never been a that guy that he takes a video of himself and today influencer. I'm not an
Yeah, you're
influencer
not an
at all.
influencer.
I'm really introvert. But if you start talking with me about music, like we are now, I go crazy, and I I illuminate.
Okay.
And so we have to do it. So we're getting better. I'm personally getting better. And loyal cheaters, Lena, she's a really talented social media manager and so graphic and everything. But I learned a lot from her, and also Andrea also did too. Actually, Andrea also played in the Loyal Cheaters at the beginning. I didn't say that. He played bass in the beginning. So yeah, with the social media, we are training ourselves to do the best we can, because it's really important and it's really hard to keep up with the visual. And there's a lot of artists now out there, really talented too, and it's really hard to keep your work, not on top, but that you can see it all around the world. And but it's a really cool platform. I mean, Instagram and all that. The thing is, there's always the fear to do not fall in the controversy. Or I think that's a fear that doesn't let you to be a good social manager sometimes. But yeah,
But
it's really
but do you think like people who are influencers or on social media kind of have a better shot now than to kind of make it in music? Would you say that's true?
um if you say what I think, um social media has taken a lot away from art, like music, because it takes a lot of energy away from energy that you could invest on do music and write and think more about. You asked about the sound, for example. I think that's a lot of time and energy that music needs. And now with social media, you have to do it yourself unless you want to pay dollars and dollars to a social manager. And so if you do that, want to do that, mostly in the beginning, like we're now, you have to invest a lot of time there and energy. And you have to be, it's equilibrium, you know and but still, it's important, as it has to be important, the music part. So the songs, the look, the sound, and the social media. That's the fourth factor, I think.
So
Yeah,
what's the
it is.
plan for Romeo for the rest of the year, like in terms of shows or touring or recording? What are you guys planning for the rest of 2025?
We're recording the video of I Need to Know. Well, we're finishing it. So after that, we're gonna finish the other songs, and then we're gonna we hope to tour soon. And we're already started to send booking emails to Germany and all Europe, and we
For
want to
this year then?
play, yeah,
Yeah.
for this, yeah, after summer, uh, yeah, so before the end of the year,
Okay.
and write more songs. Actually, we always have a lot of ideas, and they all get in the list of to do. Yeah.
So this
So
like all these
playing.
ideas and songs you have are going to be eventually for the album then, right? That you already have now?
Well, we want to add 2 or 3 more songs on the album.
Okay.
We already have 9 songs,
Hmm.
included the covers. Yeah. So it's one cover and 11 bonus, no bonus, in edits. Uh, well, you don't say in edit. New songs anyway, our songs.
You guys, once you guys get that album and then of course play across Europe, are you guys trying to get signed then to like eventually like tour the States and all that, or is that kind of what are you guys
Yeah.
planning to do with that?
Yeah. Also the States. I mean, Europe, it's, more comfortable to reach.
Okay.
And then England and the States and Canada and also South America, it's in our plan, in our attack plan.
There you
It's
go.
on the list. Yeah. I mean, we want to play everywhere. It's I mean, always been my dream, the other guy's dream since we were in high school. So we still keeping the dream as adults.
Yeah, you have to never stop dreaming, of course, Max. Well, I appreciate your time, Max. It was it was great talking to you. I don't know if you want to add anything here to close out the show here.
Well, it was really pleasure to talk with you and see all the kiss and
Van
Van
Halen, we
Halen
got Eddie right.
behind. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Eddie right there. Yeah.
cool. And
Yeah.
it's really cool to see shows like yours that you know get on the radio and all that and YouTube and keep spreading the rock and roll word around the world. It's really
That's the
cool.
plan. That's the plan, Max.
Yeah.
Always. Well, I appreciate everybody for watching. As always, make sure to subscribe and stay heavy, everybody.